Hey guys, a warm welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a budgeting video for you, and actually something that I've never really spoken about before or ever done before, so that's why I haven't spoken about it. But we're going to be budgeting for our luxury holiday. Now obviously it's not something that I would normally kind of advocate or talk about or just do. We've never done a luxury holiday before, and I was umming and ahhing whether to do this video, and I thought, do you know what, I'm actually so proud of myself that I've worked to be able to get to this point where I can take my family on this holiday. So I thought I'm just going to share it with you guys. The principle is the same for this budgeting, whether it's for a week somewhere in the UK that's really affordable, or somewhere like this, a week somewhere luxury. So I'll get onto the budget and how much things are and everything like that at the end of the video, so keep on watching. But to begin with, I'm going to be talking through all of the things that you should include in your budget, things not to forget, things that might actually cost you money that you may have not thought about, and everything in between. So I do hope this video is helpful to you guys. Do give it a like if you enjoy it, and also why not subscribe if you're new here to this channel. I'm Lara, and I love to share lots of different ways to live your best life on a budget. Obviously, disclaimer, this video is, the holiday is not a budget holiday, but as I said, we've actually never done a holiday like this before in our lives. And to be honest with you, when we booked this, we were going through a really tough time with, so Stuart's mum passed away, and this was how long ago that was, if you know when that was. This was in March 2020 when we booked this holiday. So it has been a while of waiting for this. We've been saving for 2.5 years now almost, or 2 and a bit years, and yeah. So please keep the comments kind, and know that this video is there for a purpose, to help you guys depending on your budget. The principle is the same. Anyway, should I stop going on? Let's get into the video. Okay, so before I start, there's loads of budget-friendly content here on this channel. So whether it's budget affordable holidays in the UK or maybe France, some Eurocamp, things like that, there will be a video hopefully for all budgets. And as I said, it's not really something we've never done a luxury holiday before, so I can't wait. And yeah, there's so many different budgeting videos here on this channel, and there's also budgeting documents over on my website, larajoannajarvis.com. So if you're looking for budgeting for maybe your food shop or your Christmas or anything like that, there should be a free downloadable there for you guys. So you literally can just download it and print it, or put it on your phone and do it digitally. Obviously you may not enjoy or like listening to people talk about money, and you might think that that's something that should be spoken about, but to be honest with you, there's just not enough content on the internet where people are open and honest about finances. And if I could have found something like this years ago, that would have helped me on my financial journey so much. Not necessarily like budgeting for a holiday, but all the kind of content that I share where I'm quite open with you guys, because I just think it's helpful to people and I want to share that knowledge. So yes, anyway, so let's talk about the areas where you will need to include in your budget, because there's some things that you might forget about, and it might be a nasty surprise nearer the payment time. I want to just mention at this point, some of this video is, well, I've got an ongoing partnership with Curve, who I absolutely love. You know, I use them all the time. I use it every single day, every time I shop. But they actually have so many travel benefits to the Curve card. So although this video was something that I really want to share with you in terms of my budget and how I work it out, it actually works really well, because Curve is a great way of negating these costs. There's quite a few parts of this video where Curve actually provide a free solution to this particular cost. So as much as this video is something that I would normally share and it's really helpful for budgeting, it also will tell you a little bit about where Curve can fit into these plans. So I will leave the link in the description for you guys to sign up to Curve, where it's a free card. You put all your bank cards on it. I'm sure you know this if you watch my videos, I'll skip this quickly, but you put all your loyalty cards. It's an app, so you put your bank card on and then you just use it as an app on your phone or with the Curve card. It is free, but there's also a metal version and a black version, which are premium versions, where there is a monthly fee for. But I will get into, I'm not going to talk too much about like the everyday stuff with Curve, because I've done videos on that in the past, but I don't shop without it, essentially. And the cashback just builds up. So it's cashback as well as all the other benefits. So just wanted to kind of disclaimer that just at the beginning, because quite a few of the bits actually, although they will be, if you don't have a Curve card, they are equally helpful even if you don't have the Curve card. but it just happens there's lots of benefits that fit in. So let's work out the things that we need to be buying and budgeting for. So I've got my notes here, and in fact I'm going to just do, at the end I'll be talking through my exact budget. So you need to just kind of decide on these areas, so the categories. So I've got quite a few here, but it depends on the holiday. So obviously it's not one size fits all. If you're going on a driving holiday, you're going to need to budget more, you know, if it's abroad, for a rental car than if you're just going to a resort where you're just literally going to stay in the resort the whole time. So there's different costs according to what kind of trip you're doing. Okay, so like the categories as a broad spectrum before we get down into the detail, I've got transportation, accommodation, clothes, entertainment, food, spending money, and miscellaneous. So there's kind of quite a few different areas, and if you have thought of any others that I maybe missed, then please do comment below so I can add to this. So let's get into the first one, which is transportation. We've done road trips in the past, it's our thing, and I think like with this, we actually had a really good discussion in my Facebook group the other night, which was Budget Best Life, and people were saying like, what do you put your money into? What is the most important parts of your life that you would pay for? And some people were saying like fitness or their pets, and lots of people were saying travel and experiences. And we've always said experiences over things. I'd rather not buy anything. And this is like my motto, saving on the little things to make the big things happen. So whether that is, you know, not buying clothes for a year, or not buying meals out, or anything, like little things, and then you can actually afford to take a trip with your family, that is something that we would prioritize. It always has been. So okay, transportation. So is it a driving holiday, or will you just need literally maybe some transfers from the airport, from your home to the airport, or from the airport to your holiday destination? So that's taxis, Ubers. Will you drive your own car perhaps, so you'll need then petrol, or maybe you'll need a rental when you get to your destination. And actually rental cars, Curve have got a collision waiver insurance. So again, that's with the black and the metal, I think with both. I don't think it's with the free one, but I will leave the link with everything that's included at the bottom in the description bar. So that's a really good waiver to have, save you money if you need it. Airport parking, there's tolls, there's airfares. Is it a package holiday? Curve actually give 1% back on EasyJet as well, and when we're talking about accommodation in a minute, they also do cashback rates on that. So as I said, there's lots of different aspects of this video which you don't obviously need to have a Curve card for, but they do fit in really nicely, so I do want to mention that. So that's kind of the transportation part. For us, we will need to get a car to the airport or stay overnight the night before because it's a really early flight. We haven't actually decided on that yet. And then we already have booked our transfer to pick us up from the airport. And once we get there, we won't need a car, we won't need petrol costs, we won't need toll money or car parking money, anything like that. So it's reduced our cost there for accommodation, for travel. Obviously, we will need our flights, which is part of our overall spend, which is the second most expensive part of our trip. But yeah, think about the costs that you might incur with your trip. Okay, so accommodation. Now you may be in a hotel, but do you need a hotel for the night before your flight? You might be staying with friends, so you don't need any accommodation. You might be moving around, so you need to pre-book or book as you go for the accommodation. As I said, on Curve Rewards, they actually have, I think, 3.95 or something, just under 4% on booking.com. There's a hotel brand that's 10% cash back. So it's worthwhile going into the app and seeing what benefits you can get for different places, because there's lots of cash back available for different accommodation. But you may well be getting like a package deal in terms of like a flight and accommodation. You don't need to pay any more in that case, and you don't need to worry about the extra cost there. Now, food and drink. This is a big one for me because I feel like holidays, the food and the drink somewhat is one of the, I love to find different cultures' foods and really diverse food that I would not have at home. So if we were doing a road trip, for example, then food would actually be quite a large part of our budget after transportation and then accommodation, because I'd want to make sure I was able to do that. But if that's not really your bag, or you're not really interested, then obviously you can just grab something really quick. When we've done road trips before, and I have done a whole video on how to road trip on a budget, we did loads of motels, which was really, really affordable. And we would pack up, like have the breakfast, which is all included in the price, then pack up rolls and bagels for the lunchtime, and then we'd only eat in the afternoon, in the evening. But I'll get onto ours, but ours is actually all inclusive, so we won't need any money for food while we're there. Obviously there might be like restaurants you want to go to, but don't forget things like the airport meals. That is always something that seems to cost quite a bit of money, because you get there, and if it's a really early flight, well, now you want to get there 3 hours before in case there's any issues with anything, and then you're obviously starving, so you have to then eat at the airport, which is not very economical. So that sort of thing, make sure you include in your budget so you're not caught out there. Things like snacks and water, alcohol perhaps. You could buy alcohol from shops if you're staying at a hotel which isn't all inclusive, but just be mindful that it's not just like your meals when you're there. You've got to think of the airport and your snacks when you're out for a day trip, and your drinks if you want to drink in the evening, that sort of thing. And even down to like ice creams or things like that. We usually, if we're doing a road trip, we'll buy loads of things from the supermarket and then we'll take them with us for the children. But yeah, if you're self-catering, you'll need groceries and that sort of thing. So just kind of work back from where you're staying. If you're self-catering, how much would you spend at home? Maybe add a little bit more for that. Maybe do something like you might have more barbecues than you would do at home. So yeah, work that out. Okay, now the next one, which is really important, I would never travel without it, is travel insurance. Now, Curve, obviously, I'm gonna say this, they actually do a travel insurance worldwide, offering for their Curve Black and Curve Metal customers. So that is a really big money saver there. Do not travel without travel insurance, especially in this day and age. So if you do have a Curve card, then make sure you're getting that free and you're not paying for it again. If you don't have a Curve card, then make sure you're getting something that's maybe an annual price. So it will cover the whole family for the whole year in case you do extra trips, or if you think you're not going to do anything, go anywhere else, and maybe just get the single cover. But for me, I found in the past it actually saves money to go for the annual cover, and then if you do get any last minute trips, if you're lucky enough, then you are already covered. Okay, another thing, and this is so 2020, is testing. Now I think most places don't require any testing anymore, but you do need to include this in your budget. So, a year ago you would need to have paid for tests to go out of the country and to come back into the country, maybe when like 2 days after you get back or 5 days. So just look into the country's requirements of what you need, and it's going to add maybe £200 for your booking. However, if you book with, I think, TUI or someone else, they do package deals, you actually get your testing included for maybe £20. So just look into that and make sure you know what you need to get. Okay, so money. Now, this is important because you will probably need more money than you budget for when you first budget for this, because things will come up that you want to do when you're there and you think, oh, I haven't got the money for that, but I feel like I don't want to get to a holiday destination. I've been saving and saving and saving to get there, and I'm like, oh no, I can't do that because I can't afford it. I think if I'm on holiday and I want to do an experience that's going to enrich our lives and bring us nice memories, and it's something really fun or different that we've never done before, I don't want to have to say no. So try and be realistic around what you want to do. Obviously it's going to cost you money to take money out of the cash point, but with the Curve Metal and the Curve Black card, you actually get, I think, up to £600 free cash withdrawals, and I think with the free Curve card it's £200 cash withdrawals. And what's important here is that you're not going to get charged a rate to take your money out, which you might actually get from your banks. And another side note to that is the FX rate, so the exchange rate. Your bank may well charge you a lot to take money out or to use your card, but if you put your cards onto the Curve card, then you can use your Curve card, which is essentially just using your bank card, but you don't actually have to pay the rates that the bank would give you. So it's literally like you're cutting out the middleman that's going to charge you money, but you're still using the original card. It's mad. Like, there's so many benefits to Curve, and that is one of my favorite ones. So you can get your money out for free, and the FX rate is much favorable because they could buy it at the wholesale price, which your bank may well not do. Oh, and another thing is, which I love about the Curve card, is you can actually block your card if you lose it or if you get stolen or anything. You can block it straight away in the app, so you don't have to worry about people stealing your money or getting any, using your card. But also with your spending money, there's going to be additional things like gratuities, tips. If you do like a tour or something like that, you may want to pay the guides some money. Ice creams, like things like that, you're going to be paying for additionally, so make sure you're budgeting for that. You might even want to take some money out to buy gifts while you're there, or bring some perfume back. Just like picture what you'll be doing each day and then work that back in terms of how much money you want to take as spending money. Okay, so the next one is clothes and outfits. Now you might well be going somewhere freezing cold, like if you're planning a skiing holiday, obviously you're going to need so many more clothes, and this is going to cost money, but don't buy them brand new if you can afford can't afford to, if you don't want to. I mean, when we went to Finland, it was obviously -20, it was freezing, but actually a really warm, like not cold heat. I think because it's dry, it's different. So I bought loads of stuff from like Vinted and charity shops, like literally brand new, labels on still, waterproof trousers, which had like £60 on the label, and they were like £5. So such bargains. So make sure you shop around for that, and shop your wardrobe as well. Chances are you may not have been on holiday for a few years, so get up in the loft, get your holiday clothes down. I've done a whole shop your wardrobe video here on this channel, and I'm going to do a reel actually on my Instagram, which is Lara Joanna Jarvis. Of like shopping my wardrobe. So you don't have to go and buy loads of new outfits. I know you might want to, but if the budget is tight, then maybe that's somewhere that you can rein it in a little bit. Can you like rewear things that you've worn from years ago? But pre-plan your outfits as well, because that helps not overpacking. Obviously, if you're going somewhere really hot, you probably won't need as many clothes. But if you're going somewhere like a villa, I found that you literally bring all your clothes home clean, because you just don't wear them, because you just hang out at the pool all day, and you might go out for dinner a couple of nights, but you don't need loads of daytime outfit. And it's a good idea just to do like a little kind of outfit try on and plan out what you're going to wear and things like that. Entertainment. So for us, ours is all inclusive, so it's all included. But you might be going out, you might want to go to shows, you might want to go to for drinks or events, cocktail making, or like some sort of a tour, like I said. So think about, or maybe you're going shopping or something like that. So think about the entertainment you're going to do, and again, work back, so work out how much you're going to need for that. Things like toiletries, this is probably going to be, for me, I find like I spend more on that than I ever think I will. So sun cream, bite cream, after sun, little minis. I mean, I decant them because I find like the minis are just not viable financially. Like you spend so much money on them. It's annoying, isn't it? Sorry guys. My neighbour's having some work done, so I hope it's not too loud. The next one is busy bags. Now, you guys know I've made travel busy bags for my two for years and years and years, but that's mainly because like we might be going on a long flight to America, and then when we're there, we're on a road trip where they're in the car for hours on end. So I kind of feel like I'm at the end of that now. I did one for them when we went to my friend's house last year in Spain, and they didn't really use it because they're at the age now where they just want to go on their like devices or read a book. They don't really need loads of little toys, but they still love them, so I'm a bit torn. So I might do like a really scaled back version, and obviously you don't need to do this, but I just make them, so like books, crayons, little like twizzly toys to keep them entertained, or mini games like mini operation, mini puzzles, things like that. But of course, not essential at all. And like loads of this, you might think, well, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to eat out, or I don't want to go for cocktails or whatever. So this is why we're doing this exercise, to work out exactly what money you'll need. So let's get into my budget. Now, as I said, we booked this in 2020. So what we did was, because it was a really horrible time and Stu was I just felt like we needed a bit of family time to be together. And I thought, at the time, do you know what, if this means that we have to put the house back, then so be it, because it was just like at the time the right decision. It turns out that we didn't need to do that at all, because we've managed to save every month for it for the last 2 years. So I have put away £200 a month for this, and you know, it can be a struggle some months to get to, other months is absolutely fine, but depending on your budget and how long you've got to do it, obviously again, work back. So for us, our flights were £1,500 and the hotel was £3,500, which is a lot of money, but there's 4 of us and it is all inclusive and it is a stunning resort. Can I just hold here just to say, like, I actually have welled up tearful twice now. Once looking at the menu of where we're staying, and once looking at the pictures recently and like what the children can do and stuff. I just feel so enormous pride, so proud that I can do this for my family. Like, I've worked so hard and we've saved so much, and I don't buy things so that I can afford to do these sorts of things. And I was just so excited, and I can say it's this month. I can finally say it's this month. Crazy, it's been so long. Anyway, so transportation. So we need to get a taxi to the airport, which is £80, or we will need to get a hotel, which is £120. So we need to work that out because we're not quite sure. So entertainment, I've put 0 because we don't need to do anything. It's all included. Food is also all included, so that's 0. Spending money, I'm going to put down €150 because I want to do tips for the staff, because it's all inclusive, so we won't be paying for a meal, but I still want to do tips. And also we're going to do a day trip out one day, because you get a free car to take around and explore a local area like a port or somewhere nearby. What's great with our holidays, they actually pay for you to eat out as well. So if you choose to go to an off-site restaurant, that's still included. So I've got like £20 just for like maybe an ice cream while we're out with children, or like, you know, the sort of stuff they want to buy from market stalls and things like that. Then I've got airport food is £50, so that's going to be our breakfast, because our flight I think is at like something crazy like 6 AM or something, so by the time we get there we're going to be starving. Busy bags I put 30, but I don't know, I haven't decided if I'm going to do a full busy bag or not. Now clothes, this is subject to change. I've only put £100 down, which I don't feel like is actually enough, but we'll see. If I can't afford it and it's like getting to the point where I need to start buying it now, then I will just stick to that, and I'll just take the things that I've got in my wardrobe as long as I can fit into them, because yeah, I've got clothes, but I want to look nice. I want to, and these clothes will serve me for, you know, years to come, of course, so not just for this holiday, but I want to buy something like for the dinners, because it's really, really fancy and I want to feel good. And yeah, so that might go up. And our insurance is free. Obviously we can get it through the Curve card, which is free, which is amazing. And testing, we haven't put anything down for yet, because at the moment, although it keeps changing, we don't need to pay for it. So that is monthly, £200 a month, and that is from the March when we booked until March 2020. And that is 4,800. And then we have another April, May. So 2 months we need to do £300 per month for 610 in total that is outstanding. So that's what I'm working on at the moment for the end of this month coming. So my total is 5,410, which is so much money. It's so much money. But for 2 years of saving £200 a month, I've not noticed it as much, obviously, as if I was just paying it outright. So I'm kind of at peace with that, and I know that it's something so special that I'm really proud to be able to give to the children and to Stu, obviously. And yeah, it's not been as difficult as it would be just to pay it outright. So in a way, the fact that we've had to wait 2 years for this holiday to go ahead and I'm literally touching all the wood that it does go ahead, it will be well worth the wait, let's say. I cannot wait to share it with you. If maybe, I don't know if I will, because I know there's like super difficult times at the moment, and yeah, it's a lot. This noise is annoying. So I'm going to leave that there. I hope it was helpful. As I said, it's the principle of this, not the actual total amount. So that's the takeaway from this video. Thank you to Curve as well for this ongoing partnership. I absolutely love working with them. I use them every single day. I tell all my friends about them. They've all set it up. They all get the cash back. You can get the free card, or you can get the paid membership. Whatever choice you make, it's just amazing to have everything in one app and on one card. And I will leave you the link in the description bar for signing up. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you so soon. Take care. Bye.